From the Samson Production Studios in the heart of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, it's your News 13.
Brought to you by SSP TV and the Standard Speaker.
Battling burning brush from the air, a large forest fire erupted in Carbon County earlier today. Smoke could be seen for miles, and because that blaze was so far into the woods, firefighters needed to call in backup from some special aircraft. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us, everyone. I'm Kristen Basinski. Well, our area desperately needs rain, and a lot of it. It's dry and warm, and the wind has been blowing pretty much every day. The perfect ingredients for a brush fire to break out. There have been many in the area, and one that erupted today called for a battle on the ground and in the air. News 13 in Tresco, Carbon County, where a forest fire called for an airplane to fly over and drop water on a remote section of a wooded area out behind the Tresco Fire Company. Smoke could be seen for miles, and firefighters had a tough time getting to the blaze by ground, which is why help from the air was needed. It took more than 30 minutes to bring that fire under control. At least 6 different fire companies were called out to help put that fire out. We are in the midst of brush fire season, and it sure has earned its title this year, keeping firefighters very busy. Luckily, this blaze was not near any homes or structures. In Schuylkill County, officials aren't risking anything, taking precautions against brush fires erupting. A 30-day burn ban is now in effect. County commissioners ordered that ban on all open fires. Low humidity, high winds, and little rain have dried out much of the county's land and forest. The ban should protect property and emergency personnel who have been responding to the forest fires all over at any time. Residents violating the ban can face fines up to several $100s. Parts of the valley in Greater Hazleton are also under mandatory burn bans. In addition to it being a high risk for brush fires, the lack of rain is quickly thrusting us into a drought situation. In Klein Township, customers were recently asked to stop washing their cars and watering their lawns. Everyone should try and conserve water until we get some significant rain. And right to the forecast we go to see if we will see any precipitation, which we need so badly. Tonight's creative condition was sent to us by Jeremy Ferreira, a student from the Hazleton Elementary Middle School. This sunny day, courtesy of Jeremy, is perfect for what we saw today, but we will be seeing some rain in the near future. Good news for firefighters, bad news for those who might have outdoor plans for the upcoming weekend. We'll check out the next 24 hours and then your full 4-day outlook coming up live at 5:30. First, for tonight, partly cloudy skies. We see the temp dipping down to 46 degrees. TGIF, look for it to be mostly sunny. That wind picks up speed once again, and we reach 67 for our Friday. Your forecast tonight, live at 5, brought to you by Just Windows, and much, much more. 636-1133. They're on First Street in Freeland. They're the pros in windows and doors since 1985. Make sure you stop by or call or even visit their website, justwindowsandmore.com. Also, Fagley Oil Company in Tamaqua and Hazel Township. Call 1-800-572-4925 or visit Fagley Oil online at fagleys.com. Well, moving on tonight, in less than 1 week, voters will head to the polls. Primary election day is set for April 24th. And for our Schuylkill County viewers, it's a very important day. And candidates are out and about for last-minute meet and greets with the voters. News 13 caught up with Senator Dave Argel and State Representative Jerry Knowles as they campaigned in Schuylkill County at the Keystone Fire Company in McAdoo Wednesday. The Republican Committee of McAdoo is backing the two candidates as they face opposition in the primary election.
We feel very good. People tell me here in McAdoo and Tamaqua and elsewhere in the district that our message is getting through. People really like the fact that I'm working to eliminate the school district property tax. I think they were somewhat shocked when my opponent came out against my idea. He calls it poppycock. I've said, well, maybe he doesn't have trouble paying his school district property taxes, but a lot of the people that I represent really have trouble coming up with that bill, and they understand that the tax just doesn't make any sense. And so it's time to scrap that terrible tax and come up with a new plan.
We've been working very hard. We're running on a record. I think we have a good record, a very conservative record. You know, We've been very successful at holding the line on taxes. We've been very successful at reducing spending. And, the bottom line is that you got to live within your means. And that's exactly what we need to do in state government.
It's important for them to have a chance to talk to the candidates and for them to be here and to see the sample ballots. So that's why we had it.
Senator Argyle is going head-to-head with Schuylkill County businessman Brian Rich, while Representative Knowles is being challenged by Larry Pedora, a councilman in New Ringgold. Both candidates tell News 13 that they are glad to see the campaign coming to an end because it's tough continuing to work for their constituents while at the same time campaign and meet with voters. Remember to exercise your right to vote on April 24th. Polls open at 7 a.m. With only 5 days left until constituents cast their votes, the heated Democratic primary campaign in the 17th district is not sitting well with U.S. Representative Tim Holden. Holden voiced his opinion Thursday morning in a statement saying the district has gone, quote, too far. Holden's challenger Matt Cartwright recently bashed Holden in a television commercial, tying him to a corrupt former judge. Now Holden is urging positive advertising to run here on out until the April 24th election. And he hopes his challenger, Matt Cartwright, will also join him. The foul smell in one part of Foster Township has frustrated residents holding their nose and opening their mouths, letting officials know they're not happy. News 13 stopped by Foster Township Thursday morning to get some answers to the odor. Nick Ditos of Soteria USA, a meat packaging plant in the borough, wouldn't speak on camera with News 13, but tells us township officials contacted him after residents complained to them about the smell. Now, the majority of that smell is coming from State Route 940 near the plant and its new sewage treatment facility. Earlier today, an outside firm arrived to evaluate and correct the problem. Datos tells us the situation should be taken care of by the end of today, which is a good thing, considering the warmer the weather, the stronger the smell. Coming up on News 13, some NASCAR drivers will be trading in their race cars for a bat and ball as they hit the field for a celebrity softball game. Plus, are you determined? Do you hold yourself to a higher standard? Then maybe it's time for a new opportunity. We'll fill you in next.
It's time for the Movie Minute on News 13, your weekly look at what's playing at Regal Cinema 10 just outside the Laurel Mall. Some new flicks hitting the big screen this weekend, including The Lucky One. A U.S. Marine sergeant returns from his third tour of duty in Iraq with the one thing he credits with keeping him alive: a photograph he found of a woman he doesn't even know. A romance develops between them, giving him hope that she could be much more than his lucky charm. Also hitting theaters, Think Like a Man. The story follows four interconnected and diverse men whose love lives are shaken up after the ladies they are pursuing buy a book and start taking its advice to heart. They conspire, using the book's insider information to turn the tables and teach the women a lesson of their own. For all the showtimes at Regal Cinema 10, call 450-7454. Or to speak to a movie attendant, call 450-7340. And to find the entire Regal Cinema schedule and movie showing times, visit our website at ssptv.com.
All right, NASCAR fans, how would you like to see some of your favorite drivers park their cars and pick up a ball and bat instead? Dover International Speedway and the Pocono Raceway are pleased to announce that the tracks are teaming up for a celebrity softball game featuring NASCAR Sprint Cup Series drivers Carl Edwards and Jeff Burton on Tuesday, May 15th at Campbell's Field, home of the Camden River Sharks in, of course, Camden, New Jersey. The game, billed as Team Dover versus Team Pocono, marks the first time two NASCAR tracks have joined forces to promote their respective races. Edwards is the driver of the number 99, will lead the Monster Mile squad, while Burton, who pilots the number 31, will captain the Tricky Triangle team. The team's rosters will be filled out with drivers from the NASCAR Nationwide Series and NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, as well as Philadelphia area athletes and celebrities and members of the local media. Gates open at 4 that day, with the game beginning at 4:30, and following the game, Edwards and Burton will throw out the ceremonial first pitch before the 7:05 start for the Lancaster Barnstormers versus Camden River Sharks baseball game. And if you stay for that game, you have the chance to win free tickets to the Pocono and Dover races. For tickets to that game, you can call 1-866-SHARKS-9 or visit riversharks.com. On your screen right now, you're winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Your daily number, 699, Big 45405, Quinto 86195, and Treasure Hunt 6, 10, 20, 21, 23. Good luck.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's social news. A happy birthday to Earl Berger. This wish comes from your family, friends, and everyone here at News 13. And now for tonight's Talk of the Town. The Valley Regional Girls Softball League. They're holding registration for the 18U teams until May 7th. The cost is $50 per girl, and for more information or for a registration form, you can call 570-233-4520. And there will be a pasta dinner presented by the West Hazleton Fire Company. This will be on April 21st from 1 to 5 p.m. at the 4th Street Pub. There will be pasta, salad, bread, and handmade meatballs, and the cost is just $7 per dinner. The tickets are available from the Fire Company or from the 4th Street Pub. And there will be a Vera Bradley Bingo hosted by the Henkel's Relay for Life team April 22nd at noon from the St. Mike's Rec Center. Tickets are $20 in advance and $25 at the door. And for more information, you can call 455-9980, extension 144. And that's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 extends our deepest sympathies to the family and friends of these recently departed. Deborah A. Ryan Wesner of Weatherly. The funeral will be held Saturday at 11 a.m. from the Philip J. Jeffries Funeral Home. Visitation will be on Saturday from 9:30 to 11 a.m. Mary Ellen Garcia of Drifton. A massive Christian burial will be held Friday at 11 a.m. from the Most Precious Blood Church. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. And Jenny R. DiLorenzo of Hazleton. A massive Christian burial will be held Friday at 10 a.m. from the Queen of Heaven Parish, Our Lady of Grace Church. Visitation will be on Friday from 9 to 10 a.m. Tonight's obituaries have been brought to you by the Smilax Floral Shop on 15th Street in Hazleton. Free delivery to all local funeral homes. Call 570-454-0111. And by Mia's. Don't settle for the second best when dining out. Discover Mia's new low-price dinner menu for 2012. Remember, there's plenty of free gated parking in the Markle Building lot. Find us on the web at miasrestaurant.com or follow us on Facebook.
Thanks for joining us on Chamber Chat. I'm your host, Janine Mazurkevich, and today we're with Linda Mantush. She's in charge of Community Reading Day. Always happy to be a part of it because reading is so important in education.
Yes, it is. We're getting ready for the 16th annual Community Reading Day that we're partnering with Wilkes-Barre and Scranton and some of the other chambers. It will be Thursday, April 26th. At 9:30, we'll be going into the classrooms, and I'm still looking for more volunteers, believe it or not. So if anybody out there can volunteer, please give me a call at the chamber, because I need about 15 more for Freeland and for West Hazleton.
All right. How important is it for us to get involved in the community to teach these students how important reading is?
Well, reading is important from a very early age, and we like to get the business community to go into the classrooms and to start early on to show that it's fun. And the kids just love us coming in. They have a ball with it, and we really like going in.
All right, so all my friends out there, you need to call the chamber and get involved. You could be in any organization, any business, or just a resident of the area to be able to come into the schools and read. It's really a good time. You can read in your child's classroom. Right. You can read in a friend's classroom. You can read in any classroom that you know of. If Freeland and West Hazleton is what we're looking for.
Right. And we go into the 1st and 2nd grade classrooms. So there's quite a few of them yet that we need, but I have faith in our community.
We'll get them for you. Okay, thanks Linda for joining us here on Chamber Chat. Next week we are going to be talking about Fun Fest. We're looking for some sponsors.
People all across the world today remember the Jewish victims of the Holocaust, all 6 million of them. Yom HaShoah is the name given to this day that we remember the historic event that took place over 60 years ago, to remember those who suffered, fought, and died. Yom HaShoah has been observed with candle lightings, guest speakers, poems, prayers, and many songs. Often 6 candles are lit to represent the 6 million killed under order of Adolf Hitler in Germany. In just about 2 weeks, some of Dr. Seuss's best-loved stories collide in an unforgettable musical in Hazleton titled Seussical, coming to the Alice C. Wiltsey Performing Arts Center Saturday night, April 28th. And right now we have a chance for our viewers to win tickets to the show. Make sure you call now at 459-9813 for those tickets. Lucky callers 3 and 13 will win the tickets. We say good luck to you, and this giveaway is for the Live at 5 newscast only. News 13 wants to remind you to check out this week's brand new episode of The Girls, SSP TV's newest series. Join Debbie Lasan, Janine Mazurkevich, Jasmine Brooks, and myself as we discuss some issues that may be taboo. Oh yeah, and one of my co-hosts gets stuck with needles. Ouch. Find out what I mean this Saturday at 10 a.m. only on SSP TV. And we will be right back. Your Live at 5:30 is coming your way. Stay with us.